So I'm not entirely sure why you would want to make this all about Daniel Levy rather than the procession of managers that have perhaps stolen defeat from the jaws of victory. Nobody stopped Tottenham from winning the Champions League besides not turning up in the Champions League final. Nobody stopped Tottenham from choking in the season that Leicester won the Premier League, with all due respect to Leicester. So with all those things in mind, whilst I understand that you'll look at Daniel and be clearly, he ain't my business friend. He's somebody that I respect certain aspects of what he does and don't respect other aspects. And I wrote an article last week in the Mail saying Tottenham have got to stop being all fur coat and no knickers. So you're wrong.
What do you want to say to that, Lee? He ain't he's a business friend. Certainly Simon knows him, but I mean, there's no suggestion here of partiality being shown from Simon to Daniel.
When you are in charge of a football club, right, let's get it right. Daniel Levy's in charge. Joe Lewis is out on his yacht in the Bahamas counting his money, right? He's got no interest in the club, okay? Daniel Levy's in charge. When you are in charge of a football club, the buck stops with you, right? We've had 15 managers. I think it's 15. I might be wrong. Might be one or two out, right? We've gone through 15 managers since he's been there. It's not all of their fault. We've sold really top players, Bale, Walker, Modric, because they've all gone on to win loads of trophies, okay? We've sold our best players, okay?
But Lee, where have they gone? They haven't gone to smaller football clubs. They've gone to bigger football clubs. What is it you actually expect? You Tottenham fans, some of you, and I'm a great admirer of Tottenham Hotspur, it's one of my favourite football clubs, but some of you Tottenham fans are such whiners. I don't know what it is you expect. You've got a side that's competing inside the Premier League, inside the top four. Your performance last night is totally utter. What an opportunity missed. But that's got nothing to do with Levy. That's got to do with the players on the pitch. If you can't beat Sheffield United to get into the quarterfinals in the FA Cup, what in God's name are you all about?
Yeah, you no doubt celebrated the fact, Lee, that you got one of the best coaches in the world when Antonio Conte arrived in the scene.
Yeah, but I love Conte.
Yeah,
who got him? Yeah.
Yeah, who's got him and who's ruined the relationship with him? Why is the relationship broken down? Why does Conte...
Well, why do you assume it's broken down? But why do you assume it's broken down? This time last year, the media were running the sections of the media which I pushed back against the fact that Antonio Conte was going to be leaving, he wasn't going to be staying. And he did precisely the opposite. Why do you assume that just because the backdrop is that Conte's slightly temperamental, why do you assume the relationship is broken down between Daniel Levy and Antonio Conte?
Simon, I'll bet you £500 charity bet that Conte will leave at the end of the season.
But he leaves every football club after a couple of years, so what's that got to do with Daniel Levy?
Yeah, and also, Lee, do you think at this stage you will end up where you are at this moment? Top four?
We're not getting top four.
You are top four. Will you stay there?
No, we're not. We're not going to finish there, right? Two reasons. One, because we're not good enough. We've got a squad full of average players, apart from one or two, okay? Kane's going to go. Don't blame him. We will always love him. And I hope, three. And I hope we don't make top four, because that's £40 million that Levy won't have in his pocket.
Okay. Nobody can say, though, Lee, we don't listen to the fans. And I'm sure you'd vouch for that. Because as soon as we heard you this morning, we thought, yeah, well, let's have a debate about it. And that's exactly what we're doing.